Hi, I'm Dennis from Plain Truth Ministry. Welcome to Friday in the Word. Today I want to talk about and contemplate on our prayer life. The verses that we'll use come from Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians and from James. In Paul's first letter, chapter 5, verses 16 through 18, he wrote, "Rejoice always, pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." James writes similarly in chapter 5, verse 13. Is anyone among you suffering? Let him pray. Is anyone cheerful? Let him sing psalms, which is a form of prayer. Prayer is an ongoing activity, I believe. I think we should pray throughout our day, and we should be both thankful and asking for help depending on the situation that we're confronted with. When I first became a believer, when I first began to go to church, I was in my mid 40s, and I had the blessing of having several mentors in that church who took an interest in me, took an interest in my growth, and offered me advice and mentored me along the way. I'm forever grateful for that because without them, I don't know, well, I do know that I would not be where I am today. One of those men was a man named Harold Spears. When I met Harold, he was in his late 80s. I was in my early 40s. And we got to know one another. And Harold was an attorney locally. But as I learned more about him, I found out that he was the prosecutor for the county that we lived in during the late 1940s through the early 1960s. During that town, the county was controlled by the mafia. There was a red light district, and mafia controlled much of the commerce, just as you would expect when you hear the term. All those activities were going on. And Harold was the county prosecutor during that time. Harold's life was dangerous during that time. He told me that because of the everyday danger that he endured, he was forced to wear a sidearm when he went out in public, fearing for his own safety and for the safety of those that he loved. But Harold liked to talk about prayer life at this point in his life. He'd been through so much, and I think he had a pretty good idea of what was going on and how he felt about things. And he shared that with me because I think he wanted me to take his thoughts to heart. Harold considered prayer an ongoing activity. As he put it, he thought of prayer as an ongoing conversation with God from the moment he woke up to the moment his head hit the pillow, and sometimes when he was jarred awake in the middle of the night. It wasn't structured. It wasn't about, I need to pray in the morning, I need to pray at meals, I need to pray at night. Harold's life was often in danger during that period, and he had a family to think about, and all of those things that we think about. And as he went through his day, he wanted to make sure that he stayed connected to God. So he prayed without ceasing. He had an ongoing conversation with God throughout the day. Harold wasn't one to like what he called specific occasion prayers. That was not a conversation with God. That was a activity that was supposed to be seen as being godlike. But our relationship with God isn't 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night. Our relationship with God is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we should be talking to Him the entire time. I thank Harold for teaching me that, and I hope you will take from it. God bless.